Speak for yourself. Marcellus Wiley up here, homeboy. Wiley Acho over there.
My dog.
My dog. Let's get to the NBA, where LeBron James could be out for up to a month. But that does not mean we can't talk about his resume. The King is a four-time champ on 3 different teams and is in the GOAT conversation. But despite all that, LeBron still faces a lot of criticism. His rival, Draymond Green, had a lot to say about that. Take a listen.
If I think who is the most beat down athlete of our generation and probably of all time, the athlete that has taken the most criticism, it's LeBron James.
Got to bring in Fox NBA analyst Slick Rick the Bucher, but Acho, has LeBron taken too much heat in his career?
Absolutely. LeBron might be the most underappreciated athlete of all time, but LeBron James's criticism is just a microcosm of a macro issue in society. We take things for granted. We take the heater for granted before it gets cold. We take having no traffic for granted when there's too much traffic on the 405. We take things in our life for granted, and LeBron James is no exception of that. Been in the league for 18 years, has been to 9 out of the last 10 finals. The only time LeBron James wasn't in the finals in the last decade was when he was injured. Must I remind you all, it is hard to get a 90 on a test. And LeBron James is getting a 90 of going to the NBA Finals in the last decade. Now, to talk about LeBron James, we could look at him in isolation, right? I really only see one criticism of LeBron James. He doesn't have killer instinct because other than that, he is the best player to have ever touched a basketball. I mean, he's a better passer than Michael Jordan. He's a better rebounder than Michael Jordan. He has more points than Michael Jordan, but he doesn't have the same killer instinct as Michael Jordan. Sel, Slick, Rick, people at home, our biggest criticism of LeBron James is this: he goes to the finals. That's literally our biggest criticism. What is our biggest knock on LeBron James is that he goes to the finals and loses. So if our biggest criticism of an athlete is his appearance in the biggest game of his sport, then what type of criticism is that? I will end my first lap because I'm coming out, shots fired, not with what LeBron James has done for himself, but what has LeBron James done for other people? Because that is truly a mark of a man's greatness, is what they do for other people. LeBron James has turned Eric Spoelstra from a coach who got out of the first round twice to a coach who has won a championship twice. LeBron James turned Chris Bosh from a person who never made it out of the first round to a NBA champion twice. LeBron James turned Kyrie Irving from a person with 1 playoff series win to 1 NBA championship. LeBron James turned Kevin Love from a person with no playoff appearances to a person with 4 championship finals appearances and 1 win. LeBron James turned Frank Vogel from a video coordinator to an NBA champion head coach. It's not just what LeBron James has done for himself. What has LeBron James done for other people? While solidifying and cementing his own career, he solidified the careers of others.
There was a lot of smart stuff you said, logical stuff you said at the very beginning. But you started on the wrong track. No, he has not received more criticism than he deserves. And that whole soliloquy that you just gave us is exactly the problem. If we take the critics versus the proponents, the apologists, the sycophants, and you ask me which army is bigger, it's not even close. No one has ever, to my knowledge, ever criticized what LeBron James has done. The criticism is what those proponents and apologists and sycophants want us to believe it means. That's where it goes off the rails, as you just eloquently misspoke in presenting it. All the things that he did for all these other people, and not acknowledging that he didn't know how to win a championship or play in championship form until he went to the Miami Heat and played within that organization and played next to Dwayne Wade. Don't hide from the fact that Dwayne Wade handed him the keys to the car and showed him how things had to ultimately get done after they blew it against the Dallas Mavericks.
Fight.
Here's the other part.
It's coming. It's fight time. Ding, 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 ding.
Slick, let's do Slick funny. Go ahead, Slick. Go ahead, Slick.
I can see
I'm
it.
gonna go get my belt.
Go ahead, Slick.
He's not criticized. He's criticized for the words that don't match the actions. He's criticized for hashtagging just a kid from Akron and yet answering his phone, King. Or when Daryl Morey tweeted out on China saying that he's misinformed and uneducated and then making a mess of it, LeBron, with his response on what it actually meant. He does everything to draw attention to himself, which in itself is to invite criticism. Ooh. So this idea that he is criticized more than he deserves, no, he's lauded far more than he's criticized. So I just can't, look, we usually have a good time on this show, and I'm usually pretty happy. This makes me angry. This is the kid who just, like, continually screws up and then goes, I can't believe you guys are mad at me. Why are you mad at me? It just drives me crazy.
Wow. Okay. I loved it, first of all, but I'm ready to see this fight.
Drives me crazy. Ding, ding. Slick, that tape drives me crazy. Slick, don't you dare for 1 second fix your lips to try to say that Dwayne Wade was a bigger conduit of success to the Heat championships than LeBron James. Must I remind the NBA excellent Slick Rick himself that the 3 years prior to LeBron James joining the Heat, they didn't go to the playoffs. They lost in the first round. They lost in the first round. LeBron James shows up. They go to the finals. 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 Slick, there is one conduit to that ultimate success that the Heat had, and it is LeBron James. So credit to
there's
Dwayne
not.
Wade. Credit.
They changed that whole team.
Look, wait.
Did they have Chris Bosh? Did they have Chris Bosh prior to that?
Oh, I told you, Acho, that's your weakness.
Chris Bosh that gave us, Slick, didn't he give us, what, 12, 8, and like 6?
You
gonna Slick, don't.
What? Because he had to mold himself around LeBron James?
Slick, Eric Spoelstra will likely go into the Hall of Fame. Will likely go into the NBA Hall of Fame exclusively because of LeBron James. Exclusively, a head coach will make it into the Hall of Fame because of one.
Was LeBron on the Heat team that went to the finals last year?
Oh, that same Heat team that lost to LeBron James?
Was he on that Heat team? Was he on that Heat?
That Heat team
the Heat team with the rookies? With the rookies, the team that was like the 4th, 5th seed? Like that? You're talking about that Eric Spoelstra? You're talking about Eric Spoelstra, who's only second to Steve Kerr in total playoff wins currently among coaches. That's the Eric Spoelstra we're talking about?
Eric Spoelstra.
And I got to go all the way back to when LeBron was with the Miami Heat in order to, like, say that he was good?
Slick, without LeBron James, Eric Spoelstra couldn't even sniff. Is that the second round of the... No, is that the second round of the...
The Eric Spoelstra that LeBron James wanted to get fired after he first got there, and Pat Riley said, no, we're not doing that because this dude can run this shit.
LeBron James took Mike Brown to the finals. He took Ty Lue to the finals. He took Frank Vogel to the finals. He could have took you to the finals, me to the finals, Sal to the finals, any of the viewers watching the show to the finals. LeBron James didn't need Eric Spoelstra. Let's not get it twisted, Slick. And that's the problem. This conversation is a problem with the question. There are still doubters of LeBron James's greatness. Slick Rick, you are proving yourself to be one of the doubters. LeBron James has not needed much of anyone besides LeBron James.
Okay, ding, 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 ding. Let's go to the judges' score. I have to side with you, Slick Rick. You won that one. One, because I've never seen Acho crumble his paper and stack his paper neatly in the same take, which means you got them all over the place. Do you want the paper or not, damn it? What the hell was that? Okay, this is what I got to say. I don't even know where mine is going to land, but I'm going to just tell you what I felt when I saw this question. You got them hot over here. Woo! Sunday church. Okay. Draymond brought this on, so we're going to talk about Draymond and LeBron and where this is going to go. I think that LeBron doesn't take too much heat. I'm going to use Acho's words to start off my take. If you want to avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Or, in this situation, LeBron James, be careful. You are everything. So guess what's coming your way? A lot of criticism. But let's not confuse that criticism with hate, because it's not hate. Because if it was truly hate, it would stop you, LeBron, and it is not stopping you. It's more of dislike. And Slick Rick kind of pointed it out in terms of some of the things he layered, but also I want to point out that some of these things just lack perspective. Let's start off with why LeBron James gets so much attention, so much criticism, so much dislike. It's because he's the first superstar of the social media era. Let's just be factual about this. And what comes from that is, one, you're going to get all this attention because we didn't know what Jordan was doing